In this video, I'm going to share with you guys how to trade options on Robinhood for beginners. Alright, so first thing that we're going to do is look for the specific stock that we want to trade. So for this example, let's do Apple. We're going to Apple. So once we're in the stock, you could see the different about the company. You could see the statistic, news, analysts, trades, and so on. So once you go to the specific stock, you're going to hit trade and you're going to press trade options. From there, you're going to see some different expiration dates up here at the top. You could choose the one that you want to choose. So let's say, for example, October 18. Once you click on the date that expiration date that you want to choose, you're going to see the strike price on the side over here. You can see the strike price is right here, and you could also see the share price right here. You could also see the cost for each strike price. For calls in the money, you're going to be, the strike price is going to be below the current share price or stock price. And if you're out of the money, the strike price is going to be above the current share price or stock price, as you can see in this right here. So that's more out of the money. Now if you're betting that the stock is going to go, is going to go down, you're going to press the put button over here, and then you're going to see the different strike price here, and the strike price that is in the money would be above the current share price, and if it's out of the money, it's going to be below the current share price. Calls is betting that the stock is going to go up, so you can make money as it go up, and put is betting that the stock is going to go down, so you can make money as it's going down. Now, if you look up here at the top, there's a buy and sell. We're buying calls or put, we're not selling. If you're selling calls or put, that's another strategy, which we're not going over right now. So you have to have at least 100 shares of a company in order to start selling options contracts. So once you click on the specific strike price that you want to go into, so for example, this 235 call strike price, let's click the button. You're going to see the price is here. You're going to see 0.37 for this particular example. When it says 0.37, it's not 37 cents. It's going to be $37 because we have to get 100 shares of the specific contract, because in option you have to get 100 shares of the contract in order to get the option. So for this specific example, it will be 39 cents times 100 contracts, which would be $39. And then Robinhood has this regulatory fee, so you may see the fee as well. So once you do that, then you could put the amount of contracts you want, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or so on, and then you press review and you swipe up, and then it's gonna get you into that option. Now you have something called limit order and market order. So in order to choose limit order or market order, you press this button up here. You press that button, then you could go to limit order or market order. Market order is pretty much where it's at, is where people are asking for that specific price for the stock. So you can't adjust, you just press the amount of contracts you want to get in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or so on, and then you press review and swipe up. It's going to get you into the trade at that specific market order. And if you wanted to do limit order, you press the limit order button, you press the amount of shares you want to get in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or so on. And then you could also change the price that you want to get in for the specific option. So if you press this arrow down here, you're going to see a mark order, a mark price, so 0.375, which would be about $37.50. And the last trade was about $38. And you could also see bid and ask up there. So people are bidding for about $36. Somebody's bidding for about, asking for about $37. Now when you see the mark order, that's like the mid price if you want. So when you press that arrow down, you're going to also see something called the Greeks, which you got Delta, Gamma, Theta, Vega, Rho. I personally like to look at the Delta and the Theta. So Delta is going to determine how much your contract, for every dollar the stock goes up, how much the option is going to increase. And Theta basically how much money you can lose within a specific time. So the closer the expiration date is, the more money you could lose, and the further out the expiration is, the less chance of you losing a lot of money by holding the contract. So I personally like to use limit order most of the time I trade, because I don't like to have the market determine where I get in most of the time. So I'd like to use limit order. Now I'm going to show you guys how you could sell your option contract. So if you did decide to get your option contract, once you go to the option, the stock that the option you're trading, you just press the trade button, press sell, and you could put in the price that you want to sell it at. You could put the amount of contracts you want to sell. If you bought 1 contract, 2 contract, 3, 4, 5, or so on, you could put the amount that you want to sell. And then you could put the price. If you're doing limit order, you could put the price that you want to sell it at, to put it at 440, because you want a higher chance of you getting filled. 440. And once you put 440, then you press review and swipe up, and if somebody decides to get that price, then you automatically get filled. Now if you wanted to do market order, you could click on the button up here, press market order, put the amount of contracts you want to sell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Once you hit review, you swipe up, and it's automatically going to sell your particular option contract. There you have it, guys, how to trade options on Robinhood for beginners. If you have any question, let me know in the comments. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's level up together, motivate some more people. Let's go. And remember, for His glory, peace. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to trade stocks on Robinhood for beginners. So the first thing that we are going to do is look for the specific stock that we are going to trade. So in this case, let's do Apple. So we type in the specific stocks and we look for it. And then from there, you could scroll down. You could see different information about the company that you're deciding to trade. You got news, analysis, trading trend, and so on. So once you on the stock on Robinhood, then you press the trade button there and you press buy. So after you press buy, you're going to see how many shares do you want to get. 1 share, 2 share, or 3 shares, or 4 or 5, or so on. And once you put in the amount of share that you want, you just press the review button, and then you swipe up to submit it, and it's going to automatically get you the stock because this is a market price. Now I'm going to show you guys another way where you could set the price at which you want to get the specific stock. So now if you want to get the specific stock at a certain price, you could press the button up here, shares. You're going to go to limit order, press continue, and then you're going to still type in the amount of shares that you want to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. And from there, where the price section is, you're going to put the amount of price, the price that you want to get it in. So right now there's a bid of people wanting it for $227.82, and there's an ask for $227.86. And you type in the price, so you could put 227, say 80, and then you hit continue, and then you swipe up, and if the stock goes to this number, you're automatically going to get the share of the company for that price. And now I'm going to show you how to sell it. So if you have the stock that you're going to trade, you could press the trade button. In this example, we have Apple, and then you press sell, and then you put the number of shares that you want to sell. So if you have 5 shares, you could sell your 5 shares. If you have 1 share, you could sell your 1 share, and so on. You could put the number of shares. You could hit the review button, swipe up, and it automatically would sell your share for that market price. Now I'm going to show you guys how to make it as a limit order. So as a limit order, once you press the sell button, you're going to come to the top up here that says shares, and you're going to press limit order. Then you're going to press continue. You're going to put the amount of shares that you want to sell, 5, 2, 1, or depends on the amount of shares that you personally want to sell. And then you're going to see the different prices here, where you got the bid of 227.80, ask of 227.81. Say you want to sell at 228. Once you put the 228 and you put the number share, then you press continue, and then you're going to press review, and then swipe up to sell your stock at that specific price that you choose. Once it hit that number, then it automatically will sell your specific stock. So there you have it, guys. A simple way you could start buying and selling stocks on Robinhood for beginners. Let me know if you have any question in the description down below. Also, check out my free webinar if you want to learn some more information about stocks and options. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's motivate some more people, level up together, and remember, for His glory, peace. Unlike Webull or some other brokerage account, Robinhood currently, as I'm recording this, doesn't have paper trading. So a way that you could start looking at some stock is, if once you go to the search section, you could type in your specific stock that you want to trade option. Then you press the trade button, press option, go to the expiration date that you choose, and then once you have the strike price, you choose the strike price that you want to go on, and you could add watch list, and then you're going to be able to see, kind of track how this option contract perform. If you bet that it was going to go up, you can see if you were right without putting any of your money at risk. You just put it as a watch list and just watch it and see if you were right. As we add this contract, we're already up about $2 or 1.32%. So this is a way you could watch the option contract, guys, and test and see if you are right.